We are LuckyLeo.
One?
Yeah, you're good.
All right, cool. All right, so guys, we just wanted to do an AMA with you guys today. The pre-sale is coming up tomorrow. Obviously it's a huge deal for us. It's the first step in the right direction. And we just kind of wanted to have an open conversation today and talk about, where we're at, what we're doing behind the scenes. So right now, on the back end, we're doing the beginning steps towards another project that's going to give utility to LuckyLeo. And so I kind of wanted to, hint at that and kind of give you guys some ideas. Obviously, we don't want to, drop too much alpha because it's something that I think that other projects could look to potentially, steal the idea. So we want to lay the groundwork first so that we're the OGs in that space. But we're developing an ecosystem that's going to include a lot of altcoins, a lot of meme coin communities, investors that have been neglected and have lost value in their investments, and they're looking for the right opportunity. And so we saw an opportunity on our end to, provide something that is fun for them to participate in, something that helps their native token, and something that can also bring money to LuckyLeo. So there's some big announcements coming. We're also doing some really big things for the live launch, and I don't know how much we want to reveal on that, but let's just say we're working on a commercial right now for it. Platinum members, you guys are going to have a big opportunity to win some big things, and then we're also going to give a few things away to members who aren't platinum status, but they're still good community members here. So what I would say to anybody who's watching this now, if you're not a platinum member, you really want to try to get that, because and today we just did our first giveaway. It's nothing crazy. It's just it's a Node Bears NFT. I got a bunch of them. I literally today I went through, I think I spent like 12 AVAX. I just bought a bunch of good projects on NF Trade, just sniping up any NFTs I could get a discount on. And we're looking to continue to do giveaways for platinum members, provide additional benefits. And as we grow, there's going to be a lot of things that platinum members are going to have access to. One of the things that I wanted to talk to you guys about too is that not only are we working on the ecosystem, things that are going to bring utility to LuckyLeo, because at the end of the day, if you look at the state of the market right now, we're seeing the effect of a buildup of, and I'm going to be 100% honest, I think a big part of that is a lack of regulation. And so what we're seeing is we're seeing a lot of the effects of having low quality projects from, developers that don't have much business experience, and these projects are coming to a point where a lot of people that invested are losing money because there's no real utility. It's just based on Ponzi-nomics, and we've talked about that many a times. Obviously Luna was a huge issue. Anybody who lost money in Luna, we feel for you. We were fortunate enough to snipe up a little bit of it after it fell, made a little bit of money, but there's a lot of people that are really hurting because of that. So we really feel for you guys. And, it's the worst thing, man. It's like crypto is such a great, it's such a great opportunity, and so early. It's so early, that it's like there's so much that you can do with blockchain, with NFTs. There's so many ways to incorporate that into a real business. But when you're just doing it for a quick cash grab, which a lot of these projects have done, eventually it comes to a point where people start to feel the effects of that. And so, there's going to be a lot of things that will change over time. Eventually regulation will come, and the strong projects that are basing their economics and basing their vision off of real life business, and things that will last for years to come. And they're not just trying to give, 100,000% APYs like we've seen some of these projects do. I mean, it's laughable, so we're building a steady foundation. We're going to make sure that those gold pots are producing income 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road. We're going to make sure that this is a business that thrives. We were talking in the chat earlier today, and I was telling people, like, I'm so happy with the direction that we're going in, because, you look at the community that we've produced in such a short amount of time. And all of us have a huge business acumen. You know, we all fit so good together. Like Ron's got Ron is a heavyweight out in LA. He's got a, great media company. Brad's already got a crypto community. He's got tons of experience. Brian is an amazing graphic design artist. We've got great coders. We've really built a solid team. And, even though the market goes up and down, we go through, we go through good and bad times in crypto. I mean, everybody knows when you get spikes that are going up 50, 100%. I mean, from November when we had that spike last year, I think it was in the course of, I don't know, I remember buying a ton of crypto.com at like 15 cents, and then it shot all the way up to 90. And that was like the state of the whole market at that point. So, we saw, massive increases in the crypto market as a whole. And generally speaking, when you have a lot of people piling in money, they make a bunch of money. There's generally an equal and opposite reaction in the same direction. And that's kind of what we're seeing. So the market goes up and down. But, the good news is we have the opportunity right now to take the funds that we're going to produce in the public sale and in the live launch and invest those into good companies at a cheaper price. And that's what we want. This is like the perfect opportunity. So like sometimes you see something and it looks like a bad situation, but for every, I know it sounds generic, but for every dark cloud, there is a silver lining. There's always a good to what seems like a dark situation. So it's actually a great time for us. We're very, very excited. One of the things that we had talked about was, so we're trying to diversify as much as possible. Obviously we're going to keep our foundation in cryptocurrency. Obviously we believe that's the future of finance. But we've obviously mentioned this in the community, but just to talk to you guys about it a little bit more in depth, we're actually looking at some potential real estate plays with a percentage of Treasury assets. Ron has a ton of real estate connections. He also owns a bunch himself. And I'm also out here in Miami, which is, like the vacation capital of the world. I mean, Airbnbs out here go for, over $1,000 a week for a room in an Airbnb. So, we really kind of done some strategizing of, how do we want to take a portion of Treasury funds and put it into something that we know will grow over time, regardless of what happens in the world. When you have cash flowing real estate, it doesn't matter if house prices go down, that money is always going to continue to flow, because here's the thing, house prices can go up and down, but rental rates don't go down. They just go up. So it's beautiful when you have cash flow, and that's key. So we're looking at doing a mix. We're going to have blue chip cryptos that are, obviously stakeable for an APR. We're going to pump all that money into gold. We're going to build up our real estate portfolio too as time goes on. And then I was telling some people in private chat, I've talked with a lot of our platinum members, a lot of guys and girls that I've been friends with, a lot of you guys that are in our chat now. And it really is a massive opportunity with where we're at now. And we have the ability with the team that we have assembled to make sure that regardless of what happens in crypto, what happens in the stock market, that we will be successful as time goes on. So we want to make sure we're playing the long game here. We're not trying to do quick cash grabs and, quick play to earn games, go one Ponzi to the next. Like, we're really trying to do this the right way. So I'll kind of defer it off, Brad and Ron, if you guys want to talk about what you guys are excited about. Or
sorry guys, I was muted there. Yeah, good stuff, Zach. I appreciate the detail. But yeah, I think that what we're doing is trying to get projects that are discount to market, so we have more of an advantage than just getting things at retail. And I think that's what's good by having a team like this. We have the direction to move into investments that are smarter than just a retail investment. Myself, I'm a serial entrepreneur. Lots of investments, real estate, crypto. But the project that Zach touched on was our TV show. The Crypto Junkies show that we have is basically a show for introduction into the crypto space. And for guys that don't know how to buy, on Trader Joe or how to buy or understand a node project, these guys that are my host and co-host, they're actually training users and new adopters in crypto training them how to get on board with crypto and understand it. And we're not looking to do any short plays. I want to have projects on this program where these are long plays, not the 200,000 percent APRs and APYs, something that's comfortable. Everybody makes money, and not just the guys on top on some of these projects that we're all in, where you have the dev teams that are just making a killing, and then everybody else over here we're struggling. So Zach's put together an amazing project, and I think it's going to be very, very well. Do very well, and I like the fact that we are moving in the right direction. I don't want to touch on it too much, but I guess the prizes that we have, the media that we're doing, the graphics, like we have so many things to offer, and we can't wait to for you guys to jump on board. And we have this live launch, and it's going to be a live launch, but actually live, similar to like the Super Bowl. The NFL draft or the NBA draft, where Zach is live in LA on set, and we all talk about this amazing project on the public sale on the live launch. And I just can't wait. I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, I love hearing that too, right? Because it's going to be super hype. But just to kind of add on to what we're doing with the Treasury investments and what our team also can give is, Ron has been in this space for a long time, in particularly, and he has a lot of connections, right? So with the Treasury money, we can actually use his connections and invest in projects that he can dip his toes into and know and kind of push his weight, not push his weight around, but we know exactly what we're investing into, right? So it's not like we're investing in a coin that's going to rug pull the next day or something like that.
Of course. And for me, guys, I'm excited about getting projects before pre-sale. I want to be at the dev coder level, where there's a project that we've done a deep dive in. We think it has legs, and not dump the whole kitchen sink into it, but just have a nice pie chart where it's a very healthy investment, where we have some real estate, some crypto. Maybe there might be an amazing node project that we say, wow, this is something that we could cross promote each other on. But I think that these are investments that I like. I think there's a lot of investments that are sustainable. I've been investing for 20 years now, and I know some good ones out there, and I think that we could definitely do some damage, and I think LuckyLeo is gonna be one of the top projects out.
Yeah, for sure. So we have a couple questions here in the chat. Let me just ask them. So JKNN, the LuckyLeo man, is asking, what is the minimum amount the team is looking to raise in order to launch? I'm asking because confidence in the node space is low due to recent events. Also, given the fact we are investing in blue chip DEX coins, are we using real estate investments to hedge against an event like Terra Luna crashing, which will unfortunately affect the whole investments of LuckyLeo?
Yeah, of course. So, and that's exactly why we're doing it, is the fact that we don't know what's going to happen in crypto, right? Like we can do everything as far as due diligence, we can make sure we only buy projects with utility that produce a good APR, projects that have been around for a long time, and be smart with our trading. We're going to be, there'll also be a portion of funds too that we do a little bit of day trading with. So we're going to make sure that we play it the smart way. I mean, this is literally all I do on a daily basis is, chat on Discord, keep track of whitelists, help keep things together, and then trade, so, we're definitely going to make sure that we hedge against that. And that's why I know we all feel like this, but like the real estate is a big deal because it's a steady Betty, right? It's something that we can set aside. We don't even necessarily have to take the income from it to start with, but maybe for a year or two we grow it. And that way, if anything does happen in crypto, or if we approach another bear market, we have something that we can say, hey, look, we've nurtured this. We now have, a 32 unit apartment complex, or we have some Airbnbs, or, we have a strip mall that's pumping out income. There's so many things we can do there, but we're going to be smart with the crypto assets, with the real estate. But it is I don't want to say that real estate is guaranteed, because nothing in life is guaranteed, but it's about as guaranteed as it gets. If the numbers make sense on a real estate property and it's in a high traffic area, it's going to continue to produce cash no matter what. I mean, the beautiful thing about what I love about real estate is the fact that the amount of people in the world is always going up. Rental rates are always going up. And with our society now, with divorce rates being over 50% here in the United States, I don't know how it is in the rest of the world. But more and more people are going to need apartment complexes, not complexes, but are going to need to stay in an apartment, or, there's a lot more, transient people. That's why the Airbnbs, especially here in South Florida, it's hard to book an Airbnb here in South Florida. Like I'm blessed to be in an area like that, to have that kind of opportunity. But, there's a lot of things that we can do with real estate and keep that as a guaranteed piece, so that regardless of what happens in crypto, we're always moving forward. So, and as far as to answer that question too, as far as, we know that the market has taken a little bit of a hit. Our hope is that we're going to do a ton of marketing in between now and the public sale, like a ton. Like, we're literally going to spend all the money we have in the marketing wallet is going to be gone before the public sale. Like, that's what we're doing. We're making sure that, we get in front of as many people as possible. There's a lot of influencers. We already have videos in the process lined up and already ready to go. So we're just waiting for the moment to do that, because the pre-sale is smaller, the public sale is much larger. So we've kind of put off the major marketing push until after the pre-sale. So just to kind of give you guys some insight of where we're at. But as far as, numbers are concerned, the percentage allocations don't change. So what that means is that, if we have 57% going to liquidity and 43% goes to the Treasury from the public sale, regardless of if we reach our goal of 7 million or not, if we only do 5 million, the percentage allocations won't change. It would just be a little bit less to liquidity, a little bit less to the Treasury. So, but the thing is, like, crypto's not going anywhere. And if anything, we become more appealing to the public as more and more poorly designed projects reach the same inevitable outcome. And that's what we're seeing a lot of. So, like I said, we're playing the strategic long game. We're not in this for, quick money and overnight returns. We're in this for the next 10, 15, 20 years. Like, we're not thinking about, what's going to happen in a year or so. We're looking at 10, 15, 20 years out, because, for us, we're not going to pull such a good team together, put all this time and effort into this just to go start another project. Like, that's the last thing that we're looking to do. So, I hope that answers that question. But yeah, we're here to stay. Like, it's not going to matter if we do less or if we do more. So,
and Zach, if I could just chime in on that answer. One thing about crypto, where we are right now, I've been investing, from October, November 2021. I have large investments in crypto. And for me, looking at where we are today, I actually like coming in right now, because everything's at a 70%, 80%, 90% discount. So LuckyLeo launching, to me, there's nowhere else to go but up. Yeah. These are so low right now. It's like I'm at Walmart shopping, because I know where everything has gone before. So I'm like, dude, I love seeing AVAX at 29, 30. That to me is like, oh crap. This is where we see our projects go from $30 AVAX up to 80, 90, whatever. That to me is us leveraging. It's a better opportunity now than if we would have launched something in November of last year and then everybody taking the ride. Right now, I think we've taken the ride on other projects, but our project has a better opportunity because we are, at a floor right now. Me personally, I'm very bullish that things are almost at a bottom. But that's how I feel about a project launching now. And I think that reasoning behind it going nowhere but up, because I can't see it. I can't see, us, keep on going down. I know the bear market sucks, but I think it's, not so bad right now.
Yeah. And just to kind of add on that, we've all been in cryptos for a long time. This team, years and years, we've always seen the markets correct. This is just another correction. It's very normal. It's actually healthy, right? You got to build that strong foundation of people, and that's how you get new investors, right? But yeah, we're going to start dollar cost averaging into these projects at high discounts. And with that becomes returns. If there's one thing I've learned, high returns. If there's one thing that I've really learned about cryptos, is it's kind of opposite. But you want to kind of buy the blood. You want to buy the red, right? You want to every time you want to buy, you should really be selling, and every time you want to sell is really when you should be buying. So it's kind of opposite, right, like that. But we're entering in a market that is a very good, opportune time to dollar cost average in, and I'm super excited to start this project. But let's move on to the next question here. So Punserfun. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but
it's gonna be a job to do that.
If tomorrow doesn't sell out, what will happen to those that put in money?
So great question. Well, first off, we're not going anywhere. I mean, it's not like we're going to shut down shop if we don't completely sell out the pre-sale. It's not even a thought. Like just so you know, like I try to. I don't know if everybody knows everything about our team. Like Ron literally put together like a comedy YouTube channel comedy channel on YouTube of like just local B-list comedians. Grow it to 80,000 subscribers in like a couple of months. When I say that we're gonna have massive exposure at a huge level, it's an understatement. And Crypto Junkies is still brand new, like and they haven't even really put any money into marketing behind the project yet. Ron was waiting until they get a certain amount of episodes before they create a Twitter and do a marketing campaign. So they're doing it right, but when I tell you that we have the weapons to not only make this sustainable, but to reach audiences that other node projects can't even dream of reaching, like we do. I mean, it's we're blessed to have that, but what was the question again? I feel like I'm missing something on it.
If we don't sell out tomorrow, let's see here. If we don't sell till tomorrow, what will happen to all those that put in money?
Oh yeah. So like I said, we're not giving up. Like we're not going anywhere, and we'll be just fine come public sale. And at the end of the day, if worse came to worse, right, and we didn't completely sell out the pre-sale, and something happens, and everybody stops investing in crypto, we would just take a portion of the money that we earn and put it into investments, and then we would just grow it that way. So it's not a big concern. One of the things that we did talk about doing, though, because I know a lot of people have wallets that are a little bit short on money just due to where the market's at right now. So when we were just talking about this as a team, so we're thinking about adding a third phase in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the initial phase with the platinum members, right? So platinum members will have priority minting. And then we're going to do the whitelisters. And if that doesn't sell out during the whitelist round, we're going to move it to a public round. And what we're going to do is just a couple of marketing campaigns. We'll leave it open for maybe 3 or 4 days, and hopefully mint out at that point. If we don't mint out at that point, we'll stop where we're at, and we'll just continue to work towards the public sale. So it's not the end of the world. Really, the pre-sale, it's just meant to fund the marketing. I mean, that's it's really what it is to fund the marketing to lead up to the public sale, which, obviously is a big thing for us because that funds our treasury, it funds liquidity. So, we'll continue moving forward. So
to chime in on that, Zach. So as far as the project, I guess the Crypto Junkies goal, my personal goal, I want to get 2 million subs for the channel. We haven't put any marketing into that project yet. It's costing right now about $30,000 a month just to shoot it, and I own everything. I own the studio. I own all the equipment. I own everything, and it's still costing us about $30 a month. We're gonna add about $20,000 a month just on marketing. Nothing to do with LuckyLeo's, treasury. That's just me and my business partner putting the money in to grow this ecosystem of a crypto family. And LuckyLeo is my partner. So Zach can come out to LA, fly in anytime he wants, and we can do live events, live videos, talk about the success of LuckyLeo or where we're going. We don't have to have a roadmap that's just on a digital website. We can actually have an interview NBC style, like like you see, on daytime TV, and we could dive into different projects. We could have people call in, whatever we want to do. I mean, we have an wide open playing field. So yeah, I'm so bullish in crypto right now, even though that people think that it's a bear market. To me, it's the best time to be in crypto. I've been through 2017, 2012, 2015, and I saw so many mistakes going on. And now with this A team I have, I don't see us going in those directions anymore. I think that we're going to be a blue chip project. So that's kind of the media side of it and what we're putting on the back end of the media. And I mean, we've already got the show's already getting, notoriety, and we haven't even put a dime into it. It's just friends and family that I know and CEOs of other projects that have jumped on that said, shit, I want to be a part of this. And so everyone knows that show is free. I'm not charging one person to come on as a project or a company or a dev or whatever. I just have to vet them to make sure they're not rugging us. I can't have no rug pulls on our project. So it's a free voice for us to talk crypto 24/7.
Yeah, no, that gets me fired up. Ron is very good at that. Okay, so I think that answers that. Tarasaco. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that, but what do you think would create obstacles in the future of this project? What solutions do you guys have that you suggested?
Honestly, the only real obstacle I can see right now is just strictly the market as a whole, right? Because, like I was saying earlier, is that, it's as much as people don't want to admit this, we do need regulation in crypto. And I'm not saying that like I'm a fan of big government. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm not even taking a stance on any of those issues. I leave politics completely out of it. I think, for me, I feel like politics is, it's a lose-lose situation. You're playing a game that you can't win at, right? So, when it comes to, issues that we could have, it's just simply it's just simply a timing issue in the market. But again, what looks like it could, what looks like a dim light on on the situation is actually a good thing, because here's the thing: crypto, a lot of projects are down significantly from November of last year. If we can get our treasury in, even if it's a little bit less, like if we generate a little bit less from the public sale, just buying into good quality stakeable utility tokens at a low price point where we're earning a good APR will set us up for the long haul, which is great. And plus we're going to have real estate and all kinds of stuff. I don't know how much you guys know about like me and Ron and Brad and everybody, but like when Ron says we're like serial entrepreneurs, like we are not going to let this project fail. That's a fact. Like none of us are even thinking along those lines. Like the market's down, so what? We're moving forward. We're going to make sure that LuckyLeo's successful. We're going to continue to market. We're going to continue to do things the right way. So, we appreciate those questions, but it's not really something that, would be an issue for us. But to answer that simply, the only real issue I see as far as, something that could be a potential, bump in the road is just where the market's at. So.
Yeah, for sure. That is a great way of answering it. So let's see here. Puns Are Fun is asking, when is the public sale?
So the public sale is going to be about 2 to 3 weeks after the pre-sale. So we're going to do a huge marketing push, and obviously the pre-sale is tomorrow, but it'll be about 2 to 3 weeks. Now, if the market is down, if we would do a community vote at that point, but if you guys wanted us to delay maybe a week or two, we could. But the original game plan is to do it about 2 to 3 weeks after pre-sale. So.
Yeah, perfect. So it doesn't seem like we have any more questions. Is there anything else you guys wanted to ask or talk about?
Ron, Brad, you guys got anything? Or
for me, guys, it's just I just want to give everybody the confidence, even though it's a down market. Everyone has to understand what kind of investors we are. I don't like to invest at retail. I like to invest in getting discount to market on anything I do. So if I'm buying something for $1, I'm fighting for 70 cents. That's just the name of the game in investments that have longevity. I mean, anybody can invest and make $5 tomorrow. But when Zach talks about 5, 10, 15, 20 years, he's not playing. That is something that I stand behind. I'm so excited about it because I know that these are real sustainable investments that can make us our not us our Lucky Leo family some healthy income and healthy returns. So that's kind of what I want to talk, just kind of chime in on the investment side of it. But I think we're going to have a pie chart, and it's going to be, some real estate, some crypto, but everything's got to be vetted, and we want to make sure that it's sound investments and not just, throwing money at the wall and seeing if it sticks. I want to make sure that these investments are really sound investments, and we have to understand it, and discount to market is is the name of my game. I love getting stuff 30-40% discount from retail. So that's just my investment strategy personally. But it's not just myself. I have a team that has the same boat.
I love it, bro. I think you said it perfectly. I mean, honestly, it's all about diversification. Like I used to, it's weird because when I was doing wealth management, like, I had at a young age, I started when I was 23. Like I had a unique opportunity to, sit down with like older, wealthy, retired people. Like I didn't have any clients that were under 50 years old. So, like when you sit down and you look at enough multi-millionaires that have done things the right way, you notice a pattern, and it's diversification. It's sound quality investments. It's taking your time. It's playing the long game, not the short game. It's funny because I always tell people this and they're kind of surprised. Like if you've never been in finance or insurance or anything like that, like, I would go out to clients' houses that had like really nice, like big mansions. I was doing it in Columbus, Ohio, which is, it's not like super wealthy like Miami, but, there's still a lot of money out there. But, if you go out, I would know, like, if I pulled into a client's house and they had like really nice cars in the driveway, they had a big, huge, mansion, brand new windows, like everything was, super high end. I knew that if I went into that house, that they weren't going to have much money to invest. And literally almost every single time that was the case. When I first got into the business, I didn't know that. So every time I saw a super nice house, when I go in to meet the people, like I'm thinking, oh my God, this is going to be a huge case. Not the case. In fact, if you look at Warren Buffett, he still lives in a $150,000 house with his wife, and he's a billionaire. You look at Bill Gates, the way he dresses, polo jeans, like they're not overly flashy. And the reason being is because they understand, that it's not a quick flashy ball game. It's making sure you do things the right way. You keep your work ethic, you stay hungry, you make sure you continue to work hard every day. And that's what we're doing. And just to kind of tie that story in, but I guess the point was when I would sit down with the clients that had a bunch of money and they lived within their means, there was a common pattern. It was just they diversified, they didn't overspend. And to touch on Ron's point, like I'm the same way. I am so cheap when it comes to money, like it's incredible. Like I will literally go to the store and buy like rice and beans and stuff that I can cook that saves me money, even though I don't need to, just because, I see inflation and where the dollar is going. It's just a consistent, inflation's always going up. So, that's the way. Yeah, man, it's incredible, dude. Sometimes I get mad at myself.
You'll drop $10,000 in a project, and then you eat rice and beans, huh?
Yep.
That's good, so man. Good stuff.
So guys, we really want to thank you guys for being here with us. We want to thank all of our platinum members. We want to thank everybody that's helped build this beautiful community. Just know that we are always here with you. We're always here to answer questions. We're in this for the long haul, and we're going to make sure that we're all successful. So, hope you guys have an awesome night. Tomorrow, 7 o'clock EST, which is 2300 UTC. So be ready, and we look forward to meeting you there. So,
Awesome, guys. Awesome.
all right, see you guys later.